Ranger fans. Welcome back to another episode of our Midweek Coaches Show. As the school year winds down, we do still have some sports that are in the heart of their season. We're here to talk about those. We'll also let you know what's coming up in the week ahead. And in between those two segments, we're going to head over to Coach Hill and Coach Jones to learn a little bit more about where our track program's at. So starting with softball, our softball team in the past week has suffered 2 tough losses, one to Clemens and one to East Central. Currently, they're 5-8 and tied for 5th place in district. They've got one game coming up, and we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Moving over to baseball, our baseball team continues on their winning ways. They had big wins this week over Judson and East Central. Currently, they are 10-1 in district and in 1st place. They're one game up on New Braunfels, so currently sitting in 1st place, 3 games left. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Our golf team is currently at their regional tournament. So the boys participated this past Monday and Tuesday in McAllen, and the girls are playing yesterday and currently right now today down in McAllen. Coach Poppy's down there. If you don't follow his Twitter, you should. He gives great updates, lots of pictures of the kids competing. So far, Aniston McElwain is one of the boys who's advanced and earned a trip to the state tournament. We're excited for him. We'll finish up with the girls today and bring you that news next week. So our track team, as I mentioned, yesterday competed in the area meet at Heroes Stadium. To tell you a little bit more about all of our qualifiers, we're going to head over to Coach Hill and Coach Jones to hear about our track team.
Thanks, Coach Miller, and we're back here today with Coach Bryn Jones, our head track coach, who we had on a number of weeks ago. And at that point, we were kind of talking about the track season and what it looked like, what our prospects were, both the girls' side and the guys' side. And what it looked like. Who are some of the athletes we should be on the lookout for? Well, now our season has come and gone for most of our athletes. We've had our district meet. Now we've had our area meet. And the regional meet is approaching with the state meet after that if we have people who qualify. So we thought we'd bring Coach Jones back on and recap kind of how we have done. A week ago we had the district track meet over at South San, and then just last night on Wednesday we had the area meet for those who qualify. And we'll let Coach Jones recap that. But Coach, let's go back a week. We had the district meet over at South San. Let's start with team totals for both the girls and the guys, and how did that come out?
Okay. All our boys ended up 3rd. I think we had about 100 points over there, so did really well. We had a lot of PRs and really had some kids get out. On the girls' side, we scored 169 points, and they were district champs, so we had quite a few girls get out, and again, quite a few PRs as well.
Well, and of course, when you say district champs, and on the guys' side, finishing 3rd, you're talking about Smithson Valley, you're talking about Judson, you're talking about Steele, you're talking about Clemens, Wagner. I mean, there's some talented athletes, both from the speed aspect and the distance running, and of course, the field events are outstanding in this league, and so. And we had quite a number of kids. Well, let me back up. I guess for Ranger fans, if you don't know, the top 4 finishers, at the district meet, then get to advance to what is known as the area meet, and there they meet up with 28 6A, and they bring their top 4. So you have 8 in an event at the area meet, and then those top 4 advance to regional. And Coach, how many, approximately at least, how many athletes did we have qualify from district to that area meet?
We had 29 athletes qualify combined.
And I think 29 individual athletes, and I think all 3 girls relays and all 3 boys relays qualified for area, again, in a tough, competitive 27 6A league. And so those 29 and those 6 relay teams then a week later, on a Wednesday, Coach went to the area meet. Where was that, and how did that go?
That was at Heroes Stadium. It was all day, and basically what it is, it's really all finals. Now in the field events, you still have 3 jumps or 3 throws, and then to go into the finals. But you really it's really for seeding purposes, and trying to get on to the next level. So just starting off on the boys' side, Jonah Obrick, he's our pole vaulter, he won it. He went 14.9. His best is 15.9 on the year, but he went 14.9 and tried to go up and didn't quite get it, but he's definitely someone to look at next week. He also got 2nd in the 300 hurdles, so he's moving on there, and a 39.86, that's his best ever, so he's coming on there. 100, Tavion Williams, he ran his best time this year. He ran a 10.4, 10.49. And so he won that one. And Kyler Clark came in at under 11 seconds. He ran 10.99 as well. He was fourth, so he's advancing as well. Tavion also won a 200. He got second. He ran a 21.5, I believe. And he's run 21-1 on the year. So he told me after last night, he said, I got some work to do. So hopefully he'll be primed.
Well,
to go.
it's pretty good when you run a 21.5 and you're apologizing for it.
Exactly.
But it also speaks to our district and our area where you run a 21.5 and get second.
Yes.
Holy smoke!
Yes.
That doesn't
Yeah, it
happen
was-
just everywhere.
They were getting after it pretty good last
Right.
night. Us in 28 6A. So
And we had a quarter miler get out as well. Huh?
AJ Bro got out. He ran a 50.8.
Yeah.
Was fourth place. I think that may be his best time this year. Moving on, we had our thrower Jackson Maynard in the discus. He corked 165 feet and got fourth,
Right.
which is a great throw. You know.
Well, he's a kid that went up 15 feet last week, up to 149. That was a tremendous jump at the district meet, and then he just goes ahead and goes up another
Exactly.
16 feet to 165 in the second round. And so I told him today, you know, I guess given this pattern, he should throw 180 next
Exactly.
week.
Yes, that'd be great.
We'll see, but
That would be great.
excited about his progress as a sophomore.
Yeah, excited about the boys going on. And again, like you said, it's a tough district. It's a tough, when you get together with 28 6A, I mean, it's just, there was no cruising. You can't cruise to get the
Right.
regionals. You know, you got to go. So over on the girls' side, first of all three of our relays got out. Our 4x1 ran their second best time of the year. They got second. They ran a 46.96. Our 4x2 got out. They were third. They ran a 143.1. I think they broke their own school record again last night. And our 4x4 got out. They were that was 3:52 last night. We had some other people on that last night just to kind of get us through. But our 4x1 was with Annabelle Stringham, Jacqueline Roll, Lissa Jones, and Jasmine Singh. They did well there. 4x2 was Annabelle Stringham, Faith Edens, Alicia Paul, and Favor Uduji. And our 4x4 was, last night was Alyssa Jones, Favor Uduji, Sophie Goodwin, and also Jasmine Singh. Speaking of Jasmine, she ran her season's best. She won the 400. She ran a 55.5 last night. And Alyssa Jones, she was second in the long jump. She was second in the 200. So she ran did some good things as well. So she'll be moving on as well. Also, Mia Perez in the 800. She ran 2:17 last night in the 800. So she'll be moving on. She won that one. And Sophia Goodwin came through right at the end and got fourth place, ran a 2:23. So she'll be moving on to next week to regionals. Zeta Zimmerman in the 100 hurdles. She ran her best. She ran her PR. She ran a 14:84. Got second place in the 100 hurdles. So she'll be moving on. And also, Mia's also moving on in the mile as well. She ran a 5:21, I believe, last night. So she'll be moving on in the mile. Also, pole vault, Ella Pickron. She's a sophomore. She just came out of soccer, and she ran a PR. She went 11.9 in the pole vault. She got third place, and so she'll be moving on to regionals next week. And so, you know, those girls, they're working hard. They're getting after it. They understand where they need to be, you know, to get to the next level.
Well, they won a district championship one week, finished second in the area meet last night. I think our boys were third last week in the district, and then fourth
this week.
which speaks well to our school, to Coach Jones, his coaching staff, to the depth that we have. And again, they're accomplishing all this under the most trying of circumstances. They're in other leagues and other area meets and things of that nature. You would see even more pronounced success. For instance, our boys, I think all three relays finished just out of it.
Just out of it.
All three of them. And so, anyway, been a wildly successful year so far. This week, now you move those top four, as Coach mentioned, now they move on to what is known as the regional meet. And at the regional meet, they'll only take two. Now you've got to get into the top two to go to the state meet in the coming weeks. And so area is approaching. Coach, when and where is that if Ranger fans want to be a part of that?
Our regionals will be next Friday and Saturday. It'll be at Heroes again. And again, our girls will be going over. I forgot to mention Jacqueline Roll in the 100. She qualified as well. But they'll usually do all of the field events on Friday.
Okay.
And the prelims, and come back with the finals on Saturday.
And that's all over at Heroes.
It's all
the
over
same,
at Heroes,
Same
yes.
place that we just did the area meet just last night. So we're excited. We want to congratulate our athletes who are moving on, and Coach Jones and his staff, knowing there's still some work to do. There's still some postseason honors still to be captured, and we want to wish them luck as they move forward next Friday and Saturday over at Heroes Stadium. And Coach, congrats.
Thank you.
Good luck as we move forward. And Coach Miller, back to you. Go Rangers.
Thanks, coaches. Congrats to all of our athletes moving on, and we wish them the best of luck in the regional meet next week. Speaking of things coming up, our softball team has their last game of the season tomorrow. It's their last district game against Steele High School. It's going to be here at Smithson Valley at 7 o'clock. So if you don't have any plans tomorrow night, I know Coach Wolf, Coach Randall, all of the girls would appreciate as big of a crowd as we can get for their last game of the season. They deserve it. They've worked hard, and we want to support them through till the end. Baseball is going to be away this Friday versus East Central. They will also be away next Tuesday versus Steele. The following Friday, 29th, they have their final district game against Steele here at Smithson Valley. It's going to be senior night. It's Spud Week here, benefiting 2 families in our area. We want to pack those stands. We encourage everyone to come out for their last game, last district game. I'm sorry, there'll definitely be a postseason for baseball. But it'll be next Friday, the 29th, versus Steele here at 7 p.m. Our golf team will advance on to state. That'll be held May 9th and 10th for the boys, and May 16th and 17th for the girls. That will be in Georgetown, and as soon as we get those results back from Coach Poppy, we'll give you an update on who we have advancing to state. So again, good luck to our softball team in your last game on Friday, baseball team finishing out their district season, golf finishing up the regional tournament, getting ready for the state tournament, and definitely to our track team competing in the regional meet next week. Everyone have a great week, and go Rangers.